Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bricktorious Live. I don't hear the music. Is the music playing? I don't think there's any music playing. There it goes. Thanks for coming back. I took about a month off for some exciting things. We're back for Bricktorious Live. Apparently, I've forgotten how to do this. Tonight on the stream, we've got my buddy Mark from LEGO Masters Season 1. There he is.
Hey, everyone.
Oh, there he is. Thanks for joining us, Mark. We also have, I actually think we're about to run into Bricktorious. There it is. That classic Bricktorious Live theme song. Welcome to Bricktorious. Mark, you got a little dance for us? There he is. Welcome to Bricktorious. I gotta wait until this part of the theme song is over to introduce the next person. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, he's one of my favorite builders. You've probably never heard me mention him on the stream before. It is the Mr. Jake Sadovich. Welcome, Jake. Why do I keep doing that? There he is, everybody. Jake Sadovich. Holy smokes.
Whoa.
Where did that come from?
It was so I didn't sit here awkwardly while everyone else was dancing.
That's incredible. When did you build that?
Today.
I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, here we go. We'll get one more round of the singing. Bricktorious. It's gonna be glorious. Welcome to Bricktorious. Chatting with the four of us. Welcome to Bricktorious. It's gonna be uproarious. I gotta shorten these somehow. Welcome to Bricktorious. Hey, in the stream, in the live chat, we've got Brett Hooper, Spacetime Brick Studio, Lego-Matic, Dave Morgan, See You Later, Classic Bricks, Brickman Mosaic Art is here, Brickham's Den, Bell is here, Adam Herendine, thanks for being here, buddy. Brendan is here, Melissa is here, Sheldon is here. We've got Queen City Bricks, Cool Guidem 02, Cowboy Cornado, Raymond is here. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us for another Bricktorious Live. It is fun to be back. I was missing this stream because we had a lot going on for the last month. But two of the reasons that I missed the stream were Thursday nights setting up for a couple of conventions. And the reason I brought Jake and Mark on tonight is because Jake and Mark and I all each had the pleasure of being at BrickSlopes in Utah about 3 weeks ago and Rose City Comic-Con last week. So we'll talk about that in a little bit, but let's check in first. Why don't we go to Mark? Mark, what do you got going on, buddy? What's new?
Well, not much. I'm just kind of like doing your show, and then while I do your show, I'm going to sort my table out for pieces from my last build that's everywhere, and you can't see it. Should I show everyone? It's not as bad as it's been, but I'm just going to kind of sort stuff out. So that's what I'm currently working on. So
awesome. Do I have permission from both of you to pull up your Instagrams and maybe show some of the stuff that you displayed at those conventions? We'll get around to that.
Yeah. Sure.
Awesome. Cool. Jake, what have you been up to since I saw you earlier this week?
Kind of relaxing. Took a couple days off. And then today I built that little dancing guy because I knew there was a dancing segment that I would probably sit here awkwardly through while everyone else was dancing along to the music.
Can you give us a closer look at your dancing guy?
Yeah. So I just slapped them together today.
That's incredible. So
he has a string for left side and a string for right side. Let me get in the loops here. So you're gonna do one side. Do this maneuver.
Oh my gosh.
Does he have a name?
Not yet.
He needs a beard, man.
He's a rough draft. Yeah, he does.
That's incredible. If you're in the live chat, raise your hand if Jake's slapped it together today represents like a weekend or week-long build for you. Jake, love it. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm what do I say? The word is I consider myself privileged to have this live stream, be a significant enough thing that when I asked you today, you went and built something new for it. That's hilarious. And of course the awkward dancing segment is a hold pastime. I guess a mainstay was what I was looking for. A mainstay of the Bricktorious live stream.
I've been thinking about building one of those just in case I get invited on again, and then you asked me to be here, and I was like, oh no, I should have already done that. So I went ahead and built it.
Well, it's evidence that you're good under pressure, Jake. Another reason why we all think that you should be on season 3 of Lego Masters. All right. We've had who has joined us? Scotty and Glenn have joined us. AJ has joined us. Thank you all for being over there in the live chat. Somebody up here said, how y'all doing? I think it was maybe Orange Coffee 826 Gamer says, how is everyone? So Mark, Jake, and I are each going to pick one word to answer that question. And Mark, can you go first? In one word, how are you?
Fantabulous.
Ooh, Jake, you got a word? One word. How are you?
Ducky.
And I will say that this evening I am Bricktorious because the live stream is back. We are having fun. And there from Melissa, a $50 super chat. Melissa, thank you very much for your donation to the chat tonight. Really appreciate you. Melissa says, hi, guys, with a $50 super chat. I need some if this then that things set up for some like lights and sound effects for super chat, like $50. Thank you very much, Melissa. Always a pleasure to have you in the live chat. Super supportive viewer here at Boone Builds. Thanks to my moderators. Before we dive in here, I think I've seen Dave Morgan is over there. I believe Brett Hooper is a moderator. If you're a moderator and I haven't seen you yet, please accept this as a sincere thank you. So let's talk a little bit about, should we go back to BrickSlopes? So 3 weeks ago, we were at BrickSlopes. Mark, tell us a little bit about, this was your first time at BrickSlopes, my first time at BrickSlopes. First impressions, Mark. What were the things you noticed when we first got there? What did you walk away from as a first-time BrickSlopes attendee? What's your overall impression?
I loved, well, okay, so I loved, well, okay, all right, I gotta backtrack. I gotta start like thinking about like where I should start this story. So I got invited to go to BrickSlopes. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, let's go. And then I had to work on, was it Thursday was set up? I don't know. It feels like so long ago.
You had to work on Wednesday. I drove down on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, it was Wednesday. I flew down Wednesday night after work, and then I got picked up at the airport by a local Lego builder. And yeah, it was just like everyone down that runs BrickSlope was very welcoming, and like I think we went out to dinner and Moto was there, and like Moto went out to dinner with us, and it was really great. The overall like convention, like I love the size. I've been to like big conventions. I've been to big conventions that are crammed into small spaces. But BrickSlope is like the appropriate size, and it was fun because you actually get to meet other people and interact with them on like a personal level, and not just like waving and then not meeting them. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but it felt more like. Plus, it was like the first convention I went to, and you, Boone, since like the world shut down. So it's kind of like I'm just happy to be. Things are opening back up, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna go next year, and it was fantastic.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been a while. I think Bricks Cascade 2020 in March of 2020, which was, about a year and a half ago, was the last convention we went to. I think it was pretty much the last convention that anybody went to. I always say, you've probably heard me say it before, if it had been a week later, it would have been canceled due to COVID. But luckily we got to be at that convention. And then we did a year and a half without conventions, and it was strange for us. Jake, how many conventions do you think you typically go to in a year?
3 to 4 for the last few years.
Yeah, so to go a year and a half without one, how was that?
Sucked. It was awful. I had plenty of stuff to bring, but still, it was awful.
So tell me about your experience back at BrickSlopes, Jake.
I got barely any sleep. I think you guys were right there with me. I think it's the least sleep I've gotten at a show because I had one last build to finish. So I ended up and went in Thursday, set up everything else, and went back to my room to finish building that evening. And I built through the night and got it done and back to the show around 9:30, 10 o'clock, just in time for the public to come in.
Yeah, I remember we were there with you on, was it Thursday night? Yeah. We were hanging out with you, and you were working on that. You're working on a patrol boat, right?
Yeah, my Navy patrol boat.
And you had a long way to go. You had a lot done, but you had a long way to go, and you didn't sleep at all that night, right?
Not a bit.
And when we saw you the next morning, you hadn't slept, and then you did another full day. Mark and I think, averaged about 3 hours of sleep each, across the nights of that convention. The I-84 was shut down on a section of Eastern Oregon on my way down. So, but anyway, the drive down took me about 13 and a half hours. I think it probably only should have taken 12, but it was outrageous. Tanjam is here. Tanjam, what's happening? Follically inclined. Thanks for being here, Tanjam. Snowlena is here. A couple more of our moderators. Thank you all very much for keeping the chat safe and fun for everyone. Queen City Bricks with a $5 super chat. Are you or Mark going to Brick Universe in Raleigh, North Carolina? I don't have any plans. Is that soon? I don't have any plans to attend any more conventions before the end of this year, I don't think. Mark, you?
No. I'm good until probably like January. There's Bricks LA. Like, we're on the West Coast, so like I don't know, it seems a little easier to get to stuff down here. But I don't know, I haven't even heard of that.
Yeah, Bricks Brick Universe, they travel around to a number of different areas. I believe Paul Hetherington has kind of some items that permanently display with Brick Universe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's accurate.
That's cool.
Jake, so Queen City Bricks, sorry, we're not going to see you in North Carolina, but hopefully we'll see you one of these years somewhere. Thanks again for the $5 super chat. We appreciate it. Appreciate you supporting the live chat here. Jake, what are you? Do you have any plans? You got any conventions before the end of the year?
Probably not. I think Bricks Cascade for sure, but
Yeah.
that's what, next March. And then there was some talk at BrickSlopes about a lot of the people from there and around going to Bricks LA. So I'm going to look into that. So possibly Bricks LA.
Awesome. Yeah, I was hoping to go to Bricks LA. I think I have a conflict that just it was actually a thing I agreed to do, but it's not penned in. So if it doesn't pan out, then I would love to go to Bricks LA with y'all. But yeah, heard a number of folks from the Portland area plan to go down to LA in January, so that would be a lot of fun. I think maybe
Nice.
even if I don't get to go to the convention, I might try to meet up with y'all for like the Disney Monday or something like that. I don't know. I'm kind of pulling that out of thin air. We'll see. Holly says can't stay long, but had to drop in one of my favorite stops on the tube. Thanks, Holly. Appreciate it.
Ollie.
Hey, Holly.
See you later. Says no BrickCon in Seattle. I have a conflict for Seattle. I've got a gig in LA, so I'll actually be in LA during BrickCon in Seattle. But it's a thing I can't talk about, so you won't know about it until sometime after that, I suppose. All right. Adam says, I am going to Bricks Cascade. Yes.
Nice.
That sounds pretty affirmative to me, Adam. We were working on Adam in Utah, trying to get him to think about coming to Bricks Cascade. So that'll be awesome. You can pick Jacob on your way and, throw him and all of his mocks in your back seat. I'm just kidding.
A big trailer.
All right. Sweet. So I have pulled up the Insta over here, and I'm going to go ahead and share that. Y'all stick around. We've got a new segment on the show tonight that I'm excited about. I don't know how excited I should be about it, but I'm excited about it. And if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook or now TikTok, just in the last 24 hours, I have published my first 2 TikTok videos. And so if you follow me in any of those places, then you know, or you maybe have seen a hint about what the new segment is that is coming. But first, we are going to take a look at Instagram so that we can get an idea of some of the things that these guys displayed. And I'll show mine too. Some of the things that we displayed, and we'll start with BrickSlopes. So if I go to here, boop. This is, we got, whoa, why is that happening?
Whoa. Oh, that's
okay.
mine.
That was weird. We're on Mark's Instagram, Emmy Cruickshank, me Cruickshank Instagram.
Yeah.
And this it's hard for me to tell which was my favorite of these 2, Mark. We've got why don't you tell us a little bit about this one?
That is my Sesame Street castle. So BrickSlope was doing a 48 by 48 base plate castle challenge. And I knew you were going to do it. And I knew we were going down to go to the show together. And you hadn't started yet. So I had to get a jump start, although your castle is like 3 times the size of mine. But, it's like one of those things like I want to play too. But I've never built a castle before. So usually when I start new stuff, I have to like think of like what, it's from being on Lego Masters. You got to think of like, what's the story? What's the theme? What am I trying to show? And then I was running over different ideas of what kind of castle I want to do. There was like an apocalypse castle for a little bit, but I think I texted you about that and you're like, nah, I don't think that's what they're looking for. So I went with just like, I don't know how I landed on Sesame Street. I think I had the set and then the minifigs, and I liked the color scheme, and everyone can relate with it, whether they're kids or like our age, adults. So, but I tried to make, when I was building it, I tried to make it kind of almost really blocky, like a city. Like there's buildings, not like a castle where it's all rounded. It's more blocky, kind of like the set. It's real layered and blocky, and then every building is a little different. And yeah, it was my first castle. It was good.
People at the conventions really liked this one. I know I was standing a lot closer to it at Rose City. We'll talk more about Rose City in a minute, but I heard a lot of people say how much they loved that one. And it was as soon as they recognized that it was Sesame Street characters, then it's like the whole thing clicks and it's like, oh yes, it's got this Sesame Street look to it. It's a castle. They've all got like different, kind of gear and weapons on. And then I'm not sure if you can see up in the top, in the center tower there's a little Boone and Mark. And some folks were asking Mark, are we attacking the Muppets or are we helping defend the Castle Sesame?
We are just keeping a good eye out for anyone that wants to badmouth it or whatever. I don't know. I thought it'd be fun to have us in a build. And yeah.
Awesome. Cool. And then let's see. You showed another build here. What can you tell us about this one?
That is my first actual Friends build I did. So I love doing apocalypse builds, and for some reason I really wanted to do like a Friends apocalypse build, and so I did Heartache Outpost, and I don't know, it was just like I like to build for fun and have a good time building, and like I build what I love and I love what I build. So I don't. It's really hard to describe. I don't know. Like I want to dive into like Friends because no one ever like. There's a lot of people that build Friends stuff, but I don't. So I wanted to try new stuff and kind of see what happened. And yeah, it worked out. It was cool. That's Jake's ship, but it's actually like 360. But I don't know. There's a lot of Easter eggs and all kinds of stuff, but yeah, it was a good one. I'm hoping for Bricks Cascade to make it like I'm going for double the size out, but I'm also thinking if that's the middle, I got to make two sides. So we're gonna double the size. So
awesome.
Yeah, I don't know.
Love it. So Jake, this is the patrol boat that you stayed up all night building for BrickSlopes. Is this the original?
That is the original one. I went back and did some redesign, particularly with the stand. I cleaned that up some and made it a little better where I was more happy with it. But as part of just being tired all weekend and being like 24 hours behind, I never got video of it on the turntable with any of the new stuff on it, or really any pictures of hardly anything. Same with Rose City Comic-Con. I think I posted one build from Rose City Comic-Con that was a picture from home, or a couple pictures I got there.
Yeah, I always have all these grand ideas about what I'm going to capture and post while I'm doing a convention, and that kind of all goes out the window.
Yeah.
So tell me about this trophy here. Best of technique and GBC?
Technique.
Or is it
No, it's spelled out technique instead of technic. I think that's kind of an inside joke down there.
Okay.
But yeah, so I got that best of technique and GBC for the motorcycle. It's my chopper kind of post-apoc Western punk kind of looking motorcycle with a radial engine. I had that. It was new for BrickCon, the last physical BrickCon. So 2019. And then I brought it to the last Bricks Cascade.
Awesome.
And then
What about the stand? You actually have the stand.
yeah, so at Rose City Comic Con, it was off the stand because it's on a stand. The turntable, it's all Lego built turntable. So as it rotates around, it also rotates the rear wheel and tire, so that you can see all the functions of it. The power goes up the chain into a gearbox that goes across, up a chain on the left side, back into a 90-degree gearbox right under the seat, and all the way through the drive shaft rotates all the way through. So it's fun to have it displayed on the turntable so you can see all of that functionality as it's going. And then kind of a cool thing too, it's got the 8-ball suicide shifter there.
Yeah.
So when it's actually on the stand, that thing is like wiggling like crazy, vibrating. So you can just imagine like it exactly as it would on a real one, especially with the big radial engine just bouncing all around. So
we can get to that if I scroll back far enough here. Those really cool pictures of that sitting outside, right? Here
yeah.
This thing is just so rad. Have you made any modifications since these photographs?
I don't believe so. I think once I was done with that one, I've thought about doing a couple different things, but I haven't changed anything.
It's just unreal. I mean, look at how much, it is unreal at how real it is. There's some of these photographs that it looks like a real bike, like sitting out in the wilderness, you know?
Yeah, I like that last one, that one, and kind of the first one are my favorites.
Yeah, this is incredible. I'll go back to the first one. If you're in the live chat and this is the first time you're seeing Jake's motorcycle here, maybe give like a little applause emoji in the in the live chat.
Yeah, and so size-wise on that one, it's probably about like Construction Figure or Galador would be about the right size of a figure for it. I've wanted to build a figure, but I just haven't finished it yet. I've got some ideas.
You're gonna build a figure?
Yeah, like probably using some of the Star Wars head. I wanted to do what's his name? I can't remember his name. Not Chirrut, but like Chirrut's partner in crime guy.
Yeah,
Baze
Malbus.
I think use his head because he's got a cool goatee and.
Yeah, he's a cool looking dude. I can't wait to see what you come up with on that. All right, let's see. I'm gonna put out something to the Instagram and see if anybody cares to come on over here and check out what we got going on, and that is sharing right now. Let's see. You brought to Rose City. We'll check out a couple other things that you had along the way. I remember seeing, oh, Jake, some of your stuff is so cool. You brought the Magic School Bus in a bottle to Rose City. Were you showing this at BrickSlopes?
I think I did have it at BrickSlopes.
It was.
Yeah, because it was in the box with the Batmo bugs, so it definitely was. Because they were not previously boxed up before BrickSlopes.
And then you showed the Batmo bug.
Yeah.
And super awesome. Audio Injected Soul says, I'm unfortunately at work, but my daughters love Mark and Boone. So, hey, guys, it's great to see you all on the same video. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. And then what's this? Mouse
Yeah, it's Mouse Droid. 1 part mock.
Awesome.
That was for a daily brick limit challenge.
Jake, cool. I don't know if you have a picture or not, but for Rose City Comic Con, you had a 1985 Batmobile. There it is.
Yep.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
Yeah, I took those at the show. What I did is I took the whole stand and the deal over by like a blank spot on the wall to get a picture because I hadn't had any good ones.
I love it.
And it was difficult because the stand kind of blends in because it's black, which is funny to me because I was looking for stands for it and all I could find for like actual mobile stands were all white. So I was thinking I would have to spray paint it black quickly. So it matched, but then I found like a reptile light hanger kind of thing that was black. And now I got pictures of it, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to spray paint that white or a neutral color so the Batwing doesn't blend into it.
Yeah.
What did people at the convention coming by the booth have to say about this?
That was very popular. A lot of people got a good chuckle out of it. A lot of people really liked it. Just the kind of the play on words, the pun that it is.
Batmobile. Love it. Awesome. Jeff says that mouse droid is so screen accurate. Yeah.
I put a lot of work into that one. It was hours of research.
Yeah. Jeff also said, Jake, would it have been easier to film if you had 2 turntables and a microphone? Oh, come on, Jeff. I got 2 turntables and a microphone.
I got 2 turntables that just need the mic.
Classics Brick says, you ever heard of Heart Lake? No, but I've heard of Heartache. Nice. I was looking for a question.
I like that.
Looking for a question up here earlier. It was Austin. Said we said we weren't going to talk about Lego Masters, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask this question because I think this one is one that we can answer. It says Austin says, "Hey, we just finished watching Lego Masters season 2. If you remember the final builds, which one was your personal favorite?" So we're not giving any spoilers away here. We're not going to expand too much on this, but just if you could name which of those 3 final builds was your favorite, which would you say?
How do you do that with no spoilers?
Well,
right.
It's just your favorite.
You don't know what people built.
Yeah. I really liked 2 of them, but one slightly more so. They were all 3 good, but there were 2 of them edged out the 3rd, and one just edged out the 2nd.
Well, which were your 2 favorite?
Probably I really liked the hourglass.
Okay.
And the whatever the big reddish brown tree man thing.
The Warden of the Woods.
I don't remember the name of it.
I think it's Warden of the Woods.
And the tower was cool too, but it just, I don't know. I think the night and day was a little bit more simple than the other ones, perhaps, and they were. Try not to do spoilers.
Yeah.
Movement would have been sweet.
Tanjam said, "I liked one, but the others were good too."
See, right?
Mark, did you have a favorite?
Yeah, I like the one. Man, they had Lego in it, and there were some lights involved,
but not too many. It was understated.
Yeah, they like stacked the bricks, and then it looked like something when they were done. But then the other ones were good too. I will get back to you in about 2 months on that question because then I can talk openly about which one my favorite was. Okay.
All right. Let's see. My favorite. I think they all had benefits.
What's your favorite student? What's your favorite child? What's like they're all good.
Yeah. What's my favorite? What is my favorite child? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for that question.
So I have a good answer for that one. Like, you're my favorite son and you're my favorite daughter. That's what I say.
Yeah. All right, everybody. I think it might be time for our new segment. Here it is, everybody.
I've been waiting.
Brick telephone. Brick telephone. It's time for Brick Telephone, everybody. Brick Telephone. It is a new segment where people can call in. There is a number, and I didn't make a banner for it, so I'm going to make it right now. I'm going to go grab my phone number. It is 720-892-6663, and I'm going to put that on a banner. And now you can see it. 720-892-6663, and that is actually 720-89
Boone.
720-89 Boone. You can call 720-89 Boone and leave a voicemail for future episodes of Bricktorious Live. And they will be played they may be played during the Brick Telephone segment. And I have a few loaded up here. Let me think about which one I want to play first. Here it is.
Hey, so wife handed me the phone. I don't know why exactly. Look, all we want is just 2 large pizzas with cheese and pepperoni on one, and then a sausage and extra cheese on the other. But don't use the cheese that's all clogged with stuff like onions and everything else. Use the normal cheese.
I love that he said, but don't use the cheese that's got onions and other stuff in it. Use the normal cheese.
I don't know why the hell I'm leaving a message on this, but so it's the Jeff McElwee. You delivered to us a couple of times. What, Emmy? Also, could you please add some side bacon for the dogs?
Side bacon for the dogs.
Look, well, just we can't. Yeah. So thanks. I don't know why you guys have a mess. This is so weird.
So thanks, Jeff McElwee, for sending the very first. Jeff was the very first message to come through, but not awesome. To be. No, so any thoughts on Jeff, our very first caller on Brick Telephone?
I loved it.
That was good.
That was awesome.
Not to be outdone, Jeff was not the only person to place a food order.
Hello, Boone. Yes, this is Martin from Alabama. Brick Snaps is sometimes easier. I would like to place a dinner order, please. I would like, please, a Brick Mac with 1x8 brick yellow fries. And I would like a 1x1 carton of milk in the blue carton with the white cap, please. And for dessert, I would like a little round white pie. So thank you. That's my order for dinner tonight. You can just send it to Alabama, to Martin. Cheers. Bye-bye.
You can just send it to Alabama, to Martin. And I love that he starts out by ordering 1x8 yellow fries. And then the milk carton is 1x1 and the pie is 1x1, which means either the milk and the pie are incredibly tiny or the fries are incredibly large. So
everyone loves fries.
What'd you say?
Everyone loves fries, man.
I do love a good large fry. Thanks to Martin from Alabama, aka Brick Snaps, for that one. We also got a bit of a musical message from our buddy Rick Brickham.
Hey Boone, it's just Rick on the phone. It's Rick Brickham calling, and I just want to let you know that you're awesome, and I'll be watching you tonight. Take it easy. Ciao.
Nice.
That was cool.
Rick Brickham. I had no idea you had a singing voice, so thank you always for being with us. And finally, we've got one with a big question. So we'll listen to this one and maybe dive into this question here.
Going on, everybody? It's your boy, Brian Saviano Brick. So, Brian, I just wanted to call because I saw Boone Builds had a phone number, and I thought that was just freaking awesome. So I'm a big fan, Boone. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I just have to ask, what brings you out of bed in the morning? Is it an incredible amount of building potential, the energy off life, your family? What does it for you? What gets you up in the morning? The people want to know. Keep bringing that energy, keep bringing that hype, and keep being awesome.
All right, thanks, Bricks O'Brien. I realized that his message outlasted both the image and the audio graphics that were going on there. Well, thank you very much, Brian. That was a very enthusiastic day one segment. First time we're playing Brick Telephone. So yeah, he said, "What gets you out of bed in the morning?" I've got my answer. Jake, do you have an answer to that question?
What gets me out of bed in the morning?
Yeah, what's the driving force that puts you back on your feet each day?
I'm gonna have to think about that.
How about you, Mark?
I don't have a
I got
snappy
my
answer.
My answer currently is Brian's question. Like the way he delivered that whole message was amazing. Like that is very motivating. But then the other answer would just be like, well, I gotta go to work and like my feet get me up in the morning. I don't know. But I want to listen to that again and then go for it. So I like that one.
Nice.
Jake, you're up.
Eventually you have to go to the potty. You have to get out of bed eventually.
That's a good one. That makes sense.
Mine is typically my kids. You know, I have a someone's calling right now. I can't tell who it is, but I can tell that someone's calling. But we're gonna go ahead and let them leave a message if they want to. So those are the numbers. It's the same number. It's just I'm trying to see if I can make this do, you know, some sort of better formatting on here, like.
So this isn't your personal phone number. This is something different, right?
This is not my personal phone number. This is a Google Voice number that I have that is now dedicated to Boone Builds.
Okay.
So you can, between now and next Thursday, you can dial that number, 720-89-BOONE or 720-892-6663. And next Thursday, we will have Mark and Steven, the winners of Lego Masters Season 2. They will be here next Thursday on Bricktorious Live. And so you can leave your questions. Leave your questions for. Oh no, I should have said spoiler alert. No, darn it. If I didn't say, if you didn't hear me. Oh boy. We will have the winners. The winners.
I have a complaint. Is that phone number for a complaint department too, or is it just...
Yeah, you can leave your complaints, but anyway, so you're welcome to call that number. Leave your questions for the winners of Season 2 of Lego Masters next week. Komodo said, oof, duh. Tangent and whelp. Man, I'm really sorry. Bummer. That's a big bummer. Boone, you just said no spoilers. Yeah, I really didn't mean to spoil it. I should have said one of those things or the other, either some names or the fact that they won. But anyway, neither here nor there. We'll move on. I'll have to put spoiler in the title of this video so people watching it on the replay don't. Anyway, so you can leave questions for next week on the voicemail there, and we will get around to those. I hope we can have fun with that in the future. Listen, if people start leaving tons of messages that are just terrible, I'll just have to block your number. So let's have fun with it. Let's be reasonable, and we can keep playing the brick telephone. Brick telephone. Brick telephone. All right. So speaking of questions, I think it's probably a fine time for us to head to the live chat. Live chat, if you are still here after that big spoiler I just dropped. We would love to answer any questions that you might have between now and the end of the stream. So go ahead and put your questions in the chat. You could ask questions about BrickSlopes. You could ask questions about Rose City Comic Con. You could ask questions about Lego Masters if you want. We could do our best to answer and give answers as applicable to Season 1 for Mark and I. And we will do our best not to. Man, there's really aren't any spoilers left, are there? After I dropped that one, man, I'm really irresponsible. All right, Fazoom said, "Wait, who won Brickmasters 2?" Okay, never mind. There we go. If you didn't catch it, we'll avoid it. Brett Hooper said, "Jake, have you ever built a GBC? If not, would you?"
I have not, and it's something that's kind of been in the back of my mind. I want to. I just haven't. It's kind of like waiting for inspiration of what to do. Because I would probably have something that looks more like a regular mock than your standard kind of contraption. So it's kind of, I just got to find the inspiration to do it.
Yeah, I've had similar feelings about that. Although I shouldn't answer this question because I've been scolded for answering questions that were not directed to me. So, all right, Mark, do you want to answer that one? Have you ever thought about a GBC?
It's really weird. Like Brett Hooper asked Jake, but now Jake's answer actually inspired me because of a build I already had in my head. And it gave me a really good idea for something that you and I talked about on the way back from BrickSlope of doing something. And now maybe we should ask Jake. And this is all because of Brett Hooper's question. So, yeah, your face, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, snap.
Okay,
All right.
So
we're going to have to.
That would be really fun. That would be a fun collab because, you know, we could kind of assign roles and each of us could build different modules, but they could all be kind of like based on the same theme. But then go ahead and use the, you know, as for the input and the output, go ahead and use the GBC standards.
Yeah.
And then put them together. That's a cool idea.
Okay. So we'll talk later.
We'll talk
Thank
later.
you, Brett.
Thanks for the idea, Brett.
And
Jeff said, so since you, goodness gracious, Jeff. All right. Legomatic says, how do you think the season 1 finale builds compare to the season 2 finale builds? Should we save that one, Mark? Or do you want to talk about it?
Well, I would love to talk about it. I don't know, because I don't want to give any spoilers because we don't do that on Bricktorious. But if you're an architectural builder, don't expect to win on Lego Masters. You can edit that out.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think the thing
that's for season 1 and 2 now. So
I think the big there's no way to do this without
I know
giving even more spoilers.
Just go figure out how to build a mystical creature.
Build a mythical creature.
A mythical creature GBC.
Buildings.
Uber Maddie says, speaking of Lego Masters, would you have taken the 100,000 or the brick pit? If you could choose between the 100,000 or the entire brick pit, which would you choose?
Brick pit.
Do you think it's more than $100,000 worth of Lego pieces?
The whole thing, and I didn't have to split the brick pit with you?
Jake, would you take the 100,000 or the brick pit?
There's no taxes on the bricks. So, yeah, I'm going with Mark.
Yeah, all right.
And then, wait. So, season 2 brick pit or season 1 brick pit? Because they had a lot more stuff than we did.
Well, 2 then, because there's more.
Yeah. They had dots and apparently yellow leaves.
I heard about that.
All right. I'd probably. Sheesh. Yeah. If it was not sharing with Mark, I would probably take the $100,000. Because I feel like I could more easily divide that in a beneficial way with the rest of my family. I've got plenty of Lego pieces. I mean, there's never too many, but all right. Jill and Brian Benson says, Mark, next steps for Friends Apocalypse build, expanding it?
Yes. Oh, next steps?
Next steps? Yeah, you talked a little bit about you want it to be bigger by Bricks Cascade?
Yeah, so it's not behind me. I don't know why I look behind me, but it's on a 48 by 48 base plate. And I'm going to take the borders on each side out and then do 2 more of those. And then the middle one, I'm going to make it taller so that I can actually, so Boone knows he had to drive it all the way down to Utah. The windmill part on the very top sticks about that far out of the box, and I have a hole cut in the box. So I want to make it so if I double the size in the middle, I got to make it like module, and so I can put that in a separate box so we can stack them. But anyways, yeah. So that very top part, I take the blades off the windmill, but then the very top just sticks out of the box, and so I'm going to expand on either side and then connect them all together, basically. So.
Oh, and Mark, speaking of that, you won a major award at BrickSlopes. What did you win?
Best of friends.
When you're the best of friends. Awesome. Congratulations.
And I have it right here if people want to see it, just to make it like this wasn't photoshopped. I have it here. And also I want to point out my Bearded Builders Guild shirt. And Jake got the email. Boone, you didn't. Jake and I have the same shirt on tonight. Yep.
Sorry. Oh, I should have done it. Man, why didn't I think of that? I should have done it. That would have been cool. All right.
It's okay. It's okay. There's always next week.
We'll have to do it again in the future.
Yeah.
See you later says, do you guys use beard conditioner?
Not conditioner.
I do some sort of leave-in. I think it's like a leave-in beard conditioner. Not like every day, but I throw some in every now and then. Sometimes I use it just because it smells nice. I don't use I've never been much of like a cologne user or anything like that, but I feel like sometimes if I just want to smell a little bit nicer, I'll put some of that beard conditioner in because it has a nice smell. Tan Jam says everyone's favorite Muppet. Are you saying I'm everyone's favorite Muppet? I'm just kidding. No, what's your favorite Muppet, Mark?
Animal from the Muppets.
Yeah, from the.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk much, and he's a drummer, and he's quiet, and then he gets crazy, and yeah, I like him.
Is that yours, Jake?
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off Mark on that one.
All right. What's mine? I always liked Fozzie Bear when I was young. I like Gonzo. Oh, I like that prawn, Oh, and he sort of talks like this. That guy, and he's like, hey, you guys. I don't know how he talks, but he's sort of got like this kind of like almost like French accent or something like that. All right. Brickham's Den says, question for all three of you pros. What is your favorite great parts usage? GPU technique. That's a hard question to answer.
That's
I feel like
it is difficult.
I feel like great parts usage when you see it. To like reflect on it and articulate it, in my opinion, is a bit counter to what great parts usage is. You know what I mean? It's like it's the what is it? It's the kind of like the serendipitous notion that you discover something that you wouldn't have thought of before that makes it nice parts usage in the first place, right? So it's hard for me to think of something off the top of my head.
Well, is it great parts that we do or that we've seen?
Maybe that we've seen would be a better example.
That's still
I
difficult.
think the what is it, like a probably the pauldron that you use as the gas tank on the Vagabond has like the Empire logo on it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's probably like from a TIE fighter pilot or something.
Either that or it might have been K2SO. He had him on his shoulders.
Okay. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like,
Thanks.
just first using that piece, but then like getting the extra benefit of that printed kind of Empire logo on it. Like I think that's pretty cool.
Thanks.
All right. We are going to zoom down. We just have a few more minutes. Let me see what other. Brickanista asked a question. This came up earlier in the chat. Will you be attending BrickCon in Seattle in October? I think we discussed none of us will be at BrickCon Seattle. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it.
I have a conflict. We're all kind of looking forward to maybe Bricks LA and definitely Bricks Cascade in March.
Yeah.
Jeff McElwee says, Mark, what's the next mech you're planning? Are you planning one? Also, how many things has Boone ruined for you? What?
Oh, well, to answer both of those, yes. I don't know. I haven't thought. I stopped building mechs because I figured out that that's all I'm building, and I'm literally looking at a shelf full of them. I don't know. I don't know. That's a really good question because I don't know what next. I've thought about doing a smaller version of a big build I did years ago, City Mech Division, because they saved all the best parts of it, which is the logo stuff and some of the mechs, but I want to condense it so it's easier to travel around. Because I built that when I was a new builder, and I didn't know how to build big yet and transport it. So it was a nightmare. I don't know. That'd be fun. And yeah, Boone, he ruined season 2 finale for me in tonight's episode. Just kidding.
Did you see Brick Jedi's suggestion, Friends Mech?
Okay, so I built a mech before and then had a friend's pilot, but it wasn't a friend's mech.
You should build a mech to go with your expanded Heartache City.
Okay.
Like in that style.
In your Heartache City Mech Division?
I mean,
gosh. But I could do it where it's almost like Apocalypse style, where it's built out of like friends' garbage that they have.
Yeah, exactly.
Like really, I don't know.
Fazoom said, any chance y'all can come down to Brick Fair, Alabama in January 2022? Oh, geez.
2022.
No, that's this coming January.
That's like this.
Is that when
All right.
Bricks LA is right? That same month, right?
Same month.
So I have to give like 6-month notice to get time off from work.
Did you get time off for Bricks LA?
Oh, I'm gonna call in sick for that one. But
all right. Well, hey, thank you all so much for being with us, you guys. This has been Bricktorious Live. I don't know why this doesn't start with the audio to begin with. Seems like it should. Thank you so much for being with us. Dave Morgan, Brett Hooper, Kenneth was here, Jeff was here, Lego Maddox, Snow Lena. We had Eleni, Brick Girl. Oh, because it was the end. Here it is. There's the music. It's soft. It'll be good.
very soft.
Jill was here. Jill and Brian were here. Brickham's Den, Tanjam, Moto, Brickanista, Uber Maddie, Isaiah Arnold, Brickman Mosaics Art, Sheldon Simonis, James Lewis, Daniel Warren. You are all incredible. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight. Don't forget, you can call the new Brick telephone hotline here at Boone Builds between now and next Thursday to get your questions in before next week. We will have those winners of season 2 of Lego Masters on next Thursday. If you don't know who they are, you'll have to come next week to find out or watch the show. But you can call 720-89-BOONE or 720-892-6663 and leave those messages. Mark, thank you very much. It's been a real pleasure. Jake, as always, I really appreciate you being here with us.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Thank you all for watching. It's been such a blast. And until next time, go build something amazing.